What's up, you guys? I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing 10 tips for your freshman year of college. If you guys didn't know, I am a sophomore and I'm also a transfer student. So I went to school in California last year and I transferred back to Washington. I feel like I learned a lot my freshman year, and I kind of just wanted to share with you guys like 10 things that I personally learned that would be helpful for anybody going into their freshman year. So without further ado, I guess I'll just jump right into the video. The first tip that I have would be try and save your money. I know my freshman year, the first month that I was at college, I spent $300, and that's just like really not good. I didn't realize that that's like not how much a normal person spends, and that was not including rent. So I ended up paying over $1,000 my first month at college. This means like going to Starbucks less often, less online shopping. Try and limit the amount of times you go out to eat with your friends or go for ice cream. It'll really honestly help you. I've gotten really good at money management, and I have a lot more to spend this year because I'm just really managing my money. But I also have a lot of money saved now. My freshman year, I played soccer, so I kind of already had like a group to hang out with, and it was kind of like an automatic group that I had. So that helped me. So if you do sports, you'll have that for you. But if you don't play sports, I would really recommend joining a club. So even if you can't be on the varsity team, do a club sport or an intramural, which is like mixed of boys and girls, and it's a little bit lower level sports. But there's also academic clubs that you can join that would be like related to your major or kind of like social issues. And I would really recommend joining one of those because it's a great way to make friends, and you'll find people who are really similar to you, believe it or not. My third tip would be to be prepared to be sick. I've gotten sick, really sick, my freshman year and sophomore year. So what I mean by be prepared is, first of all, have medicine like ready, like Mucinex or some kind of cold syrup or medicine that you can take when you do get sick. Also have like hot tea or anything that makes you feel better when you are normally sick that isn't your parents. So like soup, tea, anything that'll kind of help this area like feel good. Hot pads. Also, something that's really big for like being prepared to be sick is cleaning supplies. College students are really messy, so I would bring like Lysol, Windex, wood cleaner, like any kind of like thing that will just take out all like the bacteria out of the air, like little wipes to like wipe down the counters. Just keep your area clean and it'll help you hopefully fight off sickness a lot easier. My fourth tip would be to get a calendar. Calendars actually really help people stay organized, and what I would do, or what I normally do, is when I get my syllabi on the first day from all of my classes, I look at the whatever's due and the dates, and I write it down in my calendar. Not all professors are going to tell you like when your homework's due or when you guys have a test. I had a professor that never told us when we had a test, so some people who were not prepared would come in and be like, oh my god, we have a test. But if you are organized and you write it all down in a calendar, you will know when your homework assignments due, you'll know when your quizzes are, you'll know when your tests are, and it just makes life a lot easier. My fifth fact would be to get to know your professor and like your academic counselor, like any of your like higher ups, I guess. It's really important that you get to know your professor because if anything were to ever happen, they would be more willing to help you because you guys have more of like a personal connection. Not that it's like kissing up or favoritism, but in the long run, it's just good to get to know people, and your professor will appreciate you trying to get to know them on a personal level. Along with this one is I would also try and sit in the front of your class so that way your professor recognizes your face. This can get a little bit tricky if you go to a bigger school. Both of the schools I went to, there's average class size is about 30-ish, maybe a little bit less. Sitting in the front will help you, and Honestly, it just kind of implies that you're a good student and that you're there to learn and not to just mess around. Also with this one is getting to know your academic advisor. They are like going to be your lifeline when you don't know what to do, don't know what to take, have issues with any of your professors. I had a really good relationship with mine, and he was literally the best. I didn't even go to him half the time for schedule help. Is mostly just to talk or hang out. But he was just a really good person overall and helped me through a lot of the issues that I had freshman year. My sixth tip is to figure out your personal study habits. So you usually kind of learn this in high school, but it becomes really important in college. The professor will teach one way, but if that's not how you learn, you're going to have to find another way to learn it. For example, lectures, if you don't do well with that, maybe you work better with a study group and you find people in your class that can help you with that. Or maybe you can take pictures of the lecture and look at them later. Or I know for me, I really like rewriting my lecture notes. So I love lectures, first of all, but I'll listen to the lecture, write everything down, and then after, if it's time to study for that content, I will go back and I'll rewrite all my notes, and it just helps me kind of organize it back over again. That's a little bit extra, I guess, but it helps me. And I think the best thing is learning, if you're a visual learner, if you like hearing audio, if you're hands-on, if you need to do something that's like, I don't know, I'm not hands-on learner, but if you need to do that, if you learn through music, make a song or find a song on YouTube, there's so many resources, and finding out your personal study habits will help you a lot. Another thing is like, I'm huge into procrastinating. I procrastinate like crazy, and it honestly kind of helps me. Like, I know everyone says it's bad to cram, but for me, cramming is where I learn best because I'm more focused on the content, and I know I won't remember it for a long time, but as long as I need it for the test, then I'm fine with cramming because I know that once I cram, I'll remember all of it for the next day. My seventh tip would be to go to class. There's always jokes on Twitter where you don't have to go to class, like never showing up to class. Actually, a lot of professors do take attendance, and I would just go to class because it's the best way to learn. Learning by yourself will never help, and sometimes you'll get tips in class where the professor will say, this is going to be on your test, or something like that. So I would just really recommend going to class. I understand there's going to be days when you're tired and you really don't want to, and it's fine to skip here and there, but overall I would recommend going to class. Number 8, try new things. I know this kind of goes hand in hand with the club thing. There's always events on campus that won't necessarily be something that you would be interested in, but you never know who you're going to meet or what you're going to end up liking or whatever. So I would always just try new things. Number 9, network with your classmates. I learned from one of my professors once that you never know like who's gonna end up being successful in exactly what you want to do. So get to know your people in your class, because usually they're studying similar things as you, and you're gonna end up maybe needing them in the future. It's not like you're using them, you're using your resources to network with people, and in turn they can get something from you. It's almost like I don't know, like a mutually beneficial friendship. The last tip that I have, number 10, college is like the only time in your life when you are able to go out every night and not be judged for it. You won't be able to do that in the future. I know I wasn't able to do that in high school. And I mean, don't go too crazy with it. Like, if you have a test, don't go out. Not a good idea. If you have a family function the next day, don't go out. Not a good idea. But don't be lame, honestly. If you have the chance to go out, do it. Like I said, it's the only time in your life that you are able to. And it's honestly just fun. That's like what college is kind of about, besides the education and whatever. Okay, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you liked it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe and turn on my post notifications so that you know when I'm uploading. Have a great day or night, guys. Bye bye.